Off the coast of Yonaguni, a small Japanese Ryukyu island, lies a mystery still not fully understood. Hidden beneath the depths of the East China and Philippine Sea lies Japan's very own lost Atlantis Empire. Hi, my name is Danny Ward and this is Knowledgica. The Yonaguni monument is a series of submerged rock formations that were discovered only in 1987. It was purely by chance that Kihachiro Aratake, who was a director at Yonaguni Tourism Association at the time, stumbled across the hidden monument while searching for new hammerhead shark watching spots. This led to a team of scientists from the University of Ryukus investigating the structures further. Standing at about 27 meters or 90 foot, the sandstone and mudstone structure impresses many who visit it under the waves. However, there is still uncertainty about its origins. There exist two main theories about the backstory to this incredible find. Some believe that the stones are a natural formation, while others believe these are man-made, artificial structures. In terms of the most interesting and surprisingly the most convincing argument about these ruins are that they are the construction project of a former civilization dating from 8000 BCE to around 2000 years ago. The nature of the formations suggests that man designed it as it has a large number of sharp edges with right angles. Steps and column elements also contribute to the notion that a former civilization crafted this. Not only this, a marine geologist called Masashi Kimura from the University of Ryukus has successfully managed to discover a total of 10 similar structures off the coast of Yonaguni and 5 structures off the coast of Okinawa. The many similar structures in such a small proximity seems very strange for a natural phenomenon when comparing to other areas of a similar nature. However, it is far from conclusive evidence. Across these rock formations, some have suggested that there are very faint faces or writing on the rock's surface, which would really help to support the idea that these were man-made if proven to be true. Additionally, there are 2 small holes that some suggest are the remnants of a failed attempt to split the rock by way of a wedge during construction. If we could prove this, it could be one of the most valuable pieces of evidence to the mystery. However, that of course, like most of these type of things, is easier said than done. The pyramid-like structure most likely would have been above sea level when it was first built. However, rising sea levels, possibly due to high tectonic activity leading to a possible tsunami, submerged the creation. It's not uncommon for this part of the Pacific Rim to experience such events, so it's a highly plausible theory. Having said all that, however, there are certainly many skeptics to this man-made suggestion. Many experts believe all of the arguments put forward for a man-made origin are purely coincidental. One such critic is Robert M. Skosh, a geologist from Boston University. He suggests that the rock formation was actually the product of seismic activity, such as an earthquake, which would explain it being underwater. He also suggests that any scratching on the rocks are literally just that. No faces, no text, just natural scratches that occur on that type of rock. But who were the people that built this? If it was man-made, what do we know about them? We have evidence of communities existing on the island of Yonaguni dating back to 2500 BC. And what's more, pottery, tools and fireplaces reveal that they were in fact a stone-working civilization. Despite this, however, the size of these communities are disputed, and it's most probable that they were fairly small in numbers due to the small size of the island. And so this certainly would raise questions about how they physically built the structures if at all, given their grand size. Perhaps the sea level was much lower around this region at the time, leading to a much larger island and a much larger community. Perhaps they weren't even islands at all at that time, and they were connected to the mainland. Some scholars suggest it was similar to today's sea level height, but naturally we can never be 100% sure of these things. There is a hypothetical lost continent called Mu, which would have been located around this region and would support the idea of a very large civilization around the area. However, the existence of such a lost continent is not at all accepted by today's scientists, given that there is no evidence supporting it. A nice idea, but highly unlikely. So, that's great and all, but what on earth was this structure for? Well, if it was a natural formation, then obviously nothing at all. But if it was man-made, it would be interesting to think about why it was built. Like the pyramids of ancient Egypt, it could potentially be some form of ceremonial burial ground or tomb for those of significant importance. In the case of Egypt, it was the burial of pharaohs and their queens. If we dug beneath the rock here in Yonaguni, would we find similar such remains? It would more than likely set the record straight as to whether man built the structures, but it would also more than likely destroy the said structure in the process. So it's certainly not something we can just do tomorrow and be done with it. Ancient civilizations certainly got their kicks from building many an oversized monument. Some acted as religious buildings or statues for their deities and beliefs. Others are built out of necessity during times of battle and act more as a defensive construction, such as the Great Wall of China. Some monuments are built simply because they look nice. Of course, many, especially in our own society, in today's world, are built to commemorate events or people. Perhaps the Yonaguni monument was built to fit one of those functions. Interestingly, the original discoverer of the site, Masahiro Kimura, has been on over 100 dives to the site, and he believes he can see remnants of a former civilization right there across the site. A pyramid structure, castles, roads, monuments, and a stadium-like formation. It certainly seems far-fetched, but could this formation be all that remains from a once much larger civilization in the region? One day, research into the site may help to expand this idea, or disprove it completely, but at the same time, the mystery could continue for years to come. The real question now remains, who exactly were the people of the nearby island civilization? Did they indeed build these underwater structures? If so, did they build any more that we are yet to uncover? Who knows, maybe in another 3,000 years, some more unsuspecting hammerhead shark enthusiasts may stumble across some more. Perhaps one day, someone will find evidence that will identify if man really did build these strange structures. Of course, if all else fails, we can always blame it on aliens from outer space. This has been Knowledgica. Stay hungry for factuality.